Many of the Hong Kong famed restaurant scenes are rapidly losing its shine. Over the past 2 years, an estimate of 2,500 restaurants are closed because of COVID-19. So, the traditional method of running a business isn't too sustainable. And to sustain your business, we have to be creative. A lot of the companies nowadays are going more eco-friendly, considering the ecological footprints. So today, we're going to look at how the smart food ecosystem for your business can help your own venture.
Innovation is definitely needed in this industry, Sabrina. Sounds like we're going to need to take some notes on this one. I can't wait to find out more about the business model of this place. Who are we speaking to first?
Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Sabrina.
So, just out of curiosity, what do you do before starting all this?
Well, I came to Hong Kong in 2006 and I joined a management trainee program at an investment bank. And that was really not fulfilling for me. And I found a lot more value in working in the food and beverage industry. And I opened up our first restaurants with my co-founders Malcolm and Matt many years ago. And yeah, this food hall is just a culmination of all our experiences over the last 20 years all put together. And the main reason of why we built this food hall is that we wanted to participate in the food for delivery market. But at the same time, we found a lot of problems. So we thought we needed a systemic rethink of how to do this in Hong Kong.
Can you tell us the concept that I see here?
Well, this all starts with good food. So with good food, we've done a rethink of how to do this. And we do this through great brands, great recipes. We've asked famous chefs from all around Asia and Hong Kong to join us. And we've turned the franchising system upside down. We franchise individual recipes from these restaurants, rather than having to build out specific individual restaurants every single time. We don't need to take the whole menu. We just take what we like and what matches to our recipes as well.
And just put it together.
Yeah, that's right.
I see a lot of varieties, options.
There's over 45 different brands in our recipe card. There's over 220 recipe items. But on top of there's two components to great food. It's also the ingredients. And we bring people in through great quality ingredients. We use organic beef, free-range eggs, free-range chicken, locally sourced vegetables, sustainable seafood, wherever possible.
How do you believe that this food hall would generate more money than traditional restaurants?
We spend a lot more on food and we generate savings through technology by the use of app. So people order via the app, they take payment, they understand the menu more through the app. And on top of that, we're not just a food hall with 300 seats, we're really a food hall with 50,000 seats. When you think about us, we're a smart food ecosystem. Our business model is to make sure that we can deliver really fast into the whole office environment and residential environment. We think that Taikoo Place has found a great list of tenants here, and we just are able to provide really good food to all of this population. So that's why we're completely different to any other traditional restaurant model.
And with an app, I'm sure it's much more convenient and faster, and they can just look at the menu and decide what they want to eat, and then they'll come here quickly pick up their lunch. Just great choices for people working here.
From a customer's perspective, when they are able to order via the app, it's best-in-class convenience. They can come and pick up their food from the to-go counter. It's a 30-second experience, or the food is delivered to them. And when it's delivered to them, we're so close to them. The surrounding buildings are just a really short walk. So this food gets delivered fast, fresh, and the food is still hot. And also from a sustainability standpoint, we have a plastic-free kitchen. Our delivery is done by foot, so it's a no-carbon delivery strategy, and all of our packaging is home compostable.
So clearly it's very hard to just do all this by yourself. So what are the efforts on the collaboration with your partners?
We've had to collaborate with everyone that we've met over the last 20 years. There's been so many different brands and partners that we've been working with. A great example of this is with our Malaysian items. So we've found a supply chain solution to make sure that we have authentic tastes and flavors. So the sauces, the prawn head pastes, the bak kut teh herbs and spices, we import them from Malaysia on a boat to Hong Kong to minimize the carbon impact. And that's how we can replicate these authentic flavors and tastes through the training with the chefs from Malaysia, and we replicate them here. We wanted to introduce coffee with a purpose.
Yeah.
So I personally visited the farm in Vietnam, and we sourced these beans direct from the farmer. And in essence, these farmers have been exploited because the aggregators come along. They, at the wrong time of the year, they offer a very low price, and the farmers sometimes need to accept these low prices. So what we do, what we offer is we step in and we say we will pay a regular Hong Kong price for the coffee bean, and we've sourced direct the green beans to Hong Kong. We roast them here locally in Hong Kong, and we've been playing with different types of roasts and blends.
What about, I see like, you know, we're trying to be more eco-friendly. I see that there's, you know, different on the packaging of the food.
Yeah.
Right?
So our packaging, we've spent a lot of time researching the packaging. We've gone through big lists. There's so much packaging options in Hong Kong. And a lot of the packaging, the single-use packaging is a major issue with landfill waste in Hong Kong.
Yes.
And single-use plastics. So we've eliminated all single-use plastics from our packaging. We're trying to introduce the concept of circularity as well. So the first circular packaging that we've launched is our circular packaging trays for catering. So this could be a sushi tray, a patisserie tray, ham and cheese. And what we do is we deliver a box of these items to the corporate clients in this area so they could host a boardroom meeting and have a sustainably minded lunch with sushi and the returnable box. And at the end of their meal, when they return the box, we give them a $50 credit. So really it's just incentivizing this concept of circularity.
So were there any challenges that you encountered before this whole food hall was born?
It's been a long journey, to be very honest with you. Building this food hall, there's three main stakeholders: the consumer, the landlord, and the environment, as well as our restaurant partner brands. Really, when we put everything together into the smart food ecosystem, we've been trailblazing, and there's no other food hall like this that we know of. And to place all these systems together, it's very difficult to explain this to investors, like what are we building, because there's no other comparables out there in the market. So it was a very difficult journey with the investors, but after a period of time, we found the right way to pitch the story, and we've managed to complete our fundraising. Fortunately, we've had a very supportive landlord, so they've given us a lot of support with the building of the premises, the marketing of the product, and obviously the introductions to all the great tenants that are in this space.
Hi, Ringo.
Hi, Sabrina.
Can you tell us a little bit about your role in this food hall?
I'm a procurement manager in food halls. So I'm basically for the daily purchase for the food items and also the non-food items here. Actually, we franchise recipe from famous brands and we use our ingredient chapter, no angelic pieces, and animal proteins we use should be traceable, no hormones, antibiotics, and chemicals. And they are grown and raised with unlimited access to sunlight instead of farmed in cages. And our home compostable takeaway packaging is made from the natural materials, and all the printed item is from the FSC certified papers.
So I see that it's contributing a lot to the ecosystem there.
Yeah.
So have you, encountered any challenges? Because, it's very hard to ship those ingredients right now because of COVID. So how do you go about shipping there?
Yeah, actually the critical part for us is the pool of the sourcing is limited. As a locally sustainably sourcing product market is not yet mature. However, we joined several associations such as Hong Kong Sustainable Seafood Coalition. They offer us practical and collaborative initiative to demonstrate the good product sourcing practice as its member, which is committed to a voluntary course on the sustainable, responsible product sourcing. The well-eating is expensive, so we need to search far and wide for the good and the good price at the start of business. So fortunately, our team is a deep experience and contact that already know us.
Right. When you are picking your sourcing partners, what are some of the criteria that you consider?
Actually, the suppliers need to base on our ingredient charter. Inside the charter, we have a different requirements. They need to have the responsibility to have the protect the environment. And some of the supplier is majorly from the Asia Pacific, and we would like to try as locally as we can. Yeah.
So where exactly in Asia are you sourcing these ingredients from?
Yeah, actually we do for the seafood example, we selling the salmon from the Australia Victoria Bay, and also the New Zealand kingfish, the yellowtail kingfish. And also for the beef item, we directly deal with the Australia organic farm.
Oh.
Yeah, this is quite nice. And most of the seafood we are using having the ASC and MSC certified. Yeah. So all the things is come from the Asia Pacific. Yeah. And really for the organic vegetables and the hydroponic things is from mainland China.
Oh, from mainland China.
Yeah. So we just want to keep the distance not that far.
Yeah, just keep it more local.
Yeah, more locally.
Were there any stories of like unsuccessful negotiations that you had?
I can share one thing. It is very normal. There is some treated the poultry with the antibiotic in some country for the commercial farm, right?
Right.
But this is actually against our ingredient charter. So we rather to purchase a premium free-range chicken from Australia to replace it to avoid any risk for the human body.